All right. I may have preemptively talked bad about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, when in all reality, although I wish it was easier to cancel, because like I was doing a little bit more like I was kind of like looking at what you can do in the game. See, like I wish that was 3. I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me because I guess I come from Third Strike. Crouching Light, I think should be instead of 2. See, you only get 2. It'd be nice if you could do the Darkstalkers combo, like Crouching Light, sweep. Like, I know that might sound stupid, but like, I still think 2 is pushing like. See, now they're gonna. See, I don't even like. I started a casual match. I don't even know how to start it. I tried everything. It's like more complex than it should be. That was another reason why I was like, yo, I kind of don't. Like, I want to like it because the more I actually did, like I learned about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, the more it started reminding me of Third Strike. And like, I love Third Strike, but like, basically, from what I understand, everyone kind of has like a close target combo, like Ken, similar, like it's square, square. It would have been nice if you could do that standing as well. But it's like, okay, the cancel window could be a little bit bigger after. Like, I'm not saying it's hard, but I like that. I like that. Hold up, I'm starting to think maybe I do like this a little bit more. Hold up. Okay, I wish you could super after that and land it. Maybe it's too good if you can. Okay. That's cool. Like, you can almost full screen it. I think you should be able to full screen jump from the start of your run, full screen. Like, you could almost get there. I feel like the window of opportunity to land a super after you land like an EX move is not big enough. See? Like, I should be able to super him right there, anywhere on the screen. I'm doing standing hard punch, back, quarter circle back.
You're all mine now.
I don't, like, I'm trying to join matches to see, like... Alright, let's see. Oh my god. I can't even do a simple... I keep missing it. Wow, I think that should hit. I think that should hit. There it is. Okay, you can do it. Okay, so that's the third strike. I think the uppercut should hit. At crouching light, crouching light kick, crouching jab. Okay, it hits in the corner, but not anywhere else. I don't know why they're still standing after that. Disagree with that. I like that, like, after crouching light, am I wrong, or does that combo into a heavy punch? Because I've never been, like, too big on King of Fighters like that. Although I thought Samurai Showdown was the best that they ever did. Oh my god. See, like...
Now we're talking.
I like that. Why can't I special move cancel that though? Am I doing something wrong? Like, see, I'm doing jab, jab, hard punch, hard punch. From what I understand, that's what's making that come out. But I can't super cancel that at any time. I can't special move cancel that. And I'm a little confused as to why they would make a legitimate target combo that's like actually feels good for fighting games, like especially for simple 2D fighters like Street Fighter and King of Fighters. Like some characters have it in Street Fighter, but like I feel like, oh, okay, I got it. Wait, hold on. See, it's not happening the way. Why can I not special? It's kind of annoying. I'm trying to just accept people's casual match, but like I'm not getting it. Oh my god. See, like I feel like that's kind of anticlimactic, a little bit. Like I feel like anywhere on the screen. I love it. 1, 2. See, people keep requesting to join my match, but I can't legit, like, I'm trying. And that was like part of my, like, why I made the video yesterday. I'm like, dude, why is this so complex? Like, people are, like, there's a lot of people that want to play this, and, like, it's harder than it has to be. See, like, right there. After I do the EX move, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's kind of annoying. See, like, I like the way that feels. I'm doing actually jab, hard punch, hard punch. And it... Okay. It's not coming out. Like, super ain't coming out. Special move ain't coming out. I don't know who designed this. Maybe I just ran out of meter. I can't. Dude, these combos are a little too hard in this day and age, I think. Okay, I like, you almost have to go crouching. Okay, I like that you could do that. Can I do that anywhere on the screen? Is the question. I don't like that. I don't like that his uppercut misses after crouching light kick, crouching jab, uppercut. I think that's a basic bread and butter combo that a lot of Street Fighter players already are familiar with. And like, it's unacceptable that it's not like accessible in this game, you know what I mean? Like, it's not doable. It's kind of like, that's a downer. Like right there, that's a like, cause as a longtime Street Fighter fan and don't get me wrong, I love Fatal Fury. The original was like easily had a better ending than Street Fighter 2 did. It had a better ending than Street Fighter. Let's be honest. The boss fight in the original Fatal Fury is far superior to Okay, so I'm wrong. You can do EX uppercut, and it will make up for it. I do like that. But the problem with that is, as the match progresses, you're going to like... And like... I don't think the character that's doing the combo, I don't think they necessarily have to jump all the way in the air for you to go, okay, you know, something amazing happened. Like, he could go like maybe a quarter of the way, drop back down before his opponent ever has a chance to land, you know. And I think another thing that Street Fighter and Tekken can really, I mean, Street Fighter and SNK Play More can really benefit from, and that's allowing like easier Like, I feel like the character falls down too fast. The descent of the character is too fast. Like, I love what they were doing in Tekken 7. Like, let's say, for example, I was using martial law, which I did. That's my favorite character. I love Bruce Lee. And Jackie Chan and all of them. They're amazing. Gordon Liu is also amazing. I would love Street Fighter to add Gordon Liu. I would love to see a Gordon Liu tribute with the Shaolin monk. I love that Shaolin monk stuff, man. That shit is dope. That shit is dope. What was I gonna say? The point I'm trying to make is this. Look, I'm doing. Let me just explain what I mean. Look, after I do this combo, crouching light kick, crouching light punch, EX uppercut, I should be able to do a super right after easily. It's not possible. It doesn't even give me the time to do it. Unless maybe there's more mechanics to the game that I just don't know of yet. But I think as a player that has been playing your fighting games for so long, I feel like without having to know all this additional system mechanic, these new system mechanics, I feel like I should just be able to do what I'm already familiar with and enjoy the game now. But like, I feel like I have to like, okay, how do I feint cancel? Okay, how do I, what can I do with this that like, and I still can't super cancel on hit. On hit, I feel like I should super cancel. I feel like the reaction time for that is, it looks fast, but you hear the sound coming from a mile away. So the likelihood of a high level player getting hit by that is very low. But if you like combo with it, like I should be able to super cancel even in the air. Like this character looks like he's airborne when he's doing that. Like I should be able to do an air super right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but only when that thing hits. Like normally I wouldn't like for a player to like, to air me and then get a free super. Like if like, okay, I don't know what his other super is. Oh shit! I didn't know he could do that. All right, I like the way these combos feel in comparison. Maybe not in comparison, but like it reminds me of like kind of Ken and Street Fighter. Only you can combo the jab, but I don't like that I cannot finish with an uppercut. I do not like. I do not like that I can't. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, no, that was just me doing the weird focus attack move. I don't like when I grab him, like he doesn't even throw the opponent. Oh, okay, he does. Okay. I can't super that. That's a big part of, like, I don't know, maybe they didn't want people to. Maybe they just didn't want people to open a player up with a jab and then get it eat. Oh! Maybe, hold on, let me try with it. No, I can't even do it with analog. Oh! What the fuck is that? See what I mean though? Like, I'm not gonna deny that these people obviously know how to make a game. They obviously have talent. They're good at making music. The graphics look amazing, but then like the one thing that matters most, and they don't make it like very accessible. Like in this day and age, they should have evolved to the point where it's like that combo should work. No doubt about it, that combo should work. I just did a combo that looked like real fancy, and it looked like it should have obviously hit my opponent. Didn't work. Wasted all that meter. See what I mean? It's not enough time. My opponent is falling down too fast. Give us way more time than that. Like maybe 75% more time than that. Forget about it looking fake. It's a game. We already know it's fake. All your fans know it's fake. But if you have any love for your business and trying to make it a better experience for and try to win new fans over and like get new fans to love it and support it and continue buying it, like, cause like in the current, like I've only played one character. I always loved Rock Howard because I thought it was hilarious in CVS 2 when he punches the ground at that, like let's say, I think it's when you win a round with the super where it looks like he does a ground pound. He'll hold his hand at the end like that dude in Jackie Chan movie, which was hilarious, by the way. That was my favorite part in the entire movie, when the Chinese guy, the little fat Chinese kid wants him to break the bricks. And he's like, oh, you know, the guy like karate chops the bricks. And he's like, oh man, wow, I can't believe you did it. That was amazing. And then he walks away. He's like, he's holding his hand and he's like, ah. That shit was, that's what he does in CVS 2, I remember. And that's why I kind of became a fan of him. Oh, I like that. I think he dashes too much. I think that command dash, he dashes too much, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's useful. I feel like against a good player, he's probably going to move forward as he sees you doing that and probably already be striking you. Unless maybe I'm wrong. Can he do a hit after? I thought he could do a hit after that. Okay, so he has the fake and he has the real shit. Okay. Oh! I wish you could. Oh! Okay. You know, the more, because I started looking into the game a little bit, I was like, wait a second, maybe I'm wrong. You know, I don't like the lobbies though. The online matchmaking should be way easier. In this day and age, I click casual match and it automatically finds me a casual match. Hopefully with the least amount of ping. Automatically, it goes on the list. This one has the least amount of ping. Find this guy, play this guy. I don't care who he is. I don't care if he has no experience whatsoever. I don't care if he's, even, I don't believe better than me, but up there at my level, you know what I'm saying?
Now we're talking.
And also, I feel like there's some very awkward, I don't know if they're still doing it. There's some extremely difficult super motions, not only in SNK Playmore, but also for Guilty Gear. Maybe the Japanese programmers just have a legitimate reason for it being like this. And to be honest, in a lot of ways, the more I look at how the Japanese computer programmers designed like characters in Super Turbo and stuff like that, the more I actually think about it, the more it fucking makes sense. Like, if they let's say for example, Cammy's spinning back fist. If you guys don't know, in Super Turbo and any game she's ever been in, although the motion may have changed, that move has always been anti-projectile. It does not have strike invincibility. So like if you hit your opponent at any time during that until the final active frame, like when it's actually active, like that whole time that she's spinning around and she hasn't hit you yet, you can actually hit her out of that with anything. You could jab her on reaction. You could hit her with a heavy punch on reaction if you're fast enough. You could super her on reaction. You could do a lot of things. In my opinion, after that move has been blocked, she should be in a counter state. A real big counter state, like heavy punch counter state. That's my only disagreement with that move. In fact, I feel the same way about Blanca Ball. I feel the same way about E Honda Headbutt. I feel the same way about see, the problem with Street Fighter is like E Honda, in my opinion, is way too good and for the wrong reasons. Like his headbutt, back forward punch, charge special move, that has always been the anti-air. Especially the light punch version. And this applies to like every character in Street Fighter. If a lot of you guys probably don't even know that, but you can use medium punch and heavy punch headbutt to do an anti-air. In fact, I could do the booty drop to be an anti-air. It's just booty drop as an anti-air is not as effective as doing a light punch. I feel like it's more consistent and it's way easier to pull off. Although I use booty drop as a flash kick all the time. In fact, it actually has way more range than a flash kick. It has way more horizontal range. So like I'm one of the few E Honda players that actually uses it as a true anti-air because I just have so much experience, you know, playing Street Fighter. I guess the point I'm trying to make is this, like in this day and age, I feel like it makes more sense for all super moves to be down forward, down forward. Why do I say that? Because it makes it harder for a player to just hit you with a super move on reaction. And that's a big problem that, like, let's say, for example, characters like Fei Long have in Super Turbo. They need to change his uppercut motion to forward, down, forward instead of back, down, back, and then back again with kick. The reason I say that is because he essentially can get away with basically blocking all high attacks and then kind of at the same time, in a way, kind of buffer like the flame kick. And if you guys don't know, the flame kick with Fei Long is pretty fucking good. Like it might not be as good as, let's say, for example, Ken's uppercut in hyper fighting, which is like the scariest fucking move in the game, maybe only second to Sagat in hyper fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like Sagat in hyper fighting, he catches you with 3 uppercuts and the fight's over. And this is a big reason why a lot of people consider him to be like the best character in Street Fighter 2. Is because he wins the round with basically, as far as I'm concerned, that uppercut is invincible on startup. So in other words, especially if they're getting off the ground, you should not be striking at this character because that's an easy counter hit, especially for players as good as me. Now, they've done changed the game so much that the only way that actually works in this day and age is if you are doing an EX move. They call it drive meter, like a special move with drive meter. In Street Fighter 6, it's called drive meter. I personally preferred when it was called EX. We all you know, the OG Street Fighter players know this as being EX moves. We all know that it's not called critical art, it's called super art. We all know that super art sounds way better than critical art. That's another thing that that's another problem I have with the Japanese programmers, is that like the names you were calling it in the very beginning are way better than what you're calling it now. In my opinion, they could make some of the strongest characters in Street Fighter 6 make way more balanced just by removing the ability to do a drive reversal. Not a drive reversal, a drive, what is it called when, kind of like an advanced guard, where it's like an opponent is hitting you on block and suddenly you kind of do some sort of invincible, although it's not safe on block. If you do it at the right time, it'll just push your opponent like damn near full screen again and kind of slap them off of you. But you have to use meter to do it. They first introduced it in All right, my PS started talking to me. I'm sorry about that. They first introduced it in I don't know what just happened. I think I'm still broadcasting. Oh my god. Am I still broadcasting? Okay, just making sure. I don't know why it keeps talking to me right now. Okay. Like I said, for example, SNK Play More, if you want to compete with Street Fighter, which I believe you honestly can, I honestly believe you have what it takes to compete with Street Fighter. Do I ever think, that you'll be like surpass Street Fighter? I don't think you'll surpass Street Fighter, but I think you could honestly be at the same level. Because, like, honestly, deep down inside, I feel like you guys have been listening to a lot of the suggestions I have been making. And I really do appreciate that because I hear a lot of people are loving this game. And when I started hearing that, I was like, wait a second. Maybe there's just something I'm not understanding about this. Like, maybe I just didn't give it the time of day, which I haven't. And that's mainly because the online matchmaking is not as seamless as it should be. In this day and age, it's unacceptable that it's not as easy to navigate and easy to start. Like, if I put a ranked match, find me a ranked match, finish the ranked match, find me another ranked match until I decide to fucking leave. That's how you do it. That's how Street Fighter 5 did it. That's how Street Fighter 6 does it. That's how you fucking do it. That's how Tekken does it. In fact, I love how Tekken allows you to keep playing the same. If you want and they want, you could keep playing the same person over and over and over and over again. And I love that. And I love that because sometimes I run into that thorn in my side where I'm like, word? I'm like, okay. Oh, you dope too? I'm like, so you want to try to do this right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm down then. All right. So the point I'm trying to make is this. I feel like Street Fighter, if they just listen to me a little bit more, I understand you're trying to make it very beginner friendly. But let me tell you something. Believe me, even a beginner player understands. I did a move, he blocked it. I should have done it a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit sooner. And if I done that, I'd be countering him instead of him countering me. Every player understands that. Like, for example, Cammy's quarter circle forward kick. That should be a mid. Just like Sub-Zero's back forward 4 in Mortal Kombat 1 should be a mid as well. Just like Molina Ball should be a mid. It should not be a low. They can solve a lot of these issues in Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter just by making very simple changes like that. Because in all honesty, if they were doing it right, it wouldn't matter if it was a low or a high. If they were countering you legitimately, whether you're low or not, doesn't matter. If I'm putting out a crouching light kick or a crouching hard kick and I completely miss and he catches me with a Molina Ball, should that matter if I'm crouching or standing? No, it shouldn't. If I do standing hard punch and I miss and he Molina Balls me for a full combo, I deserve to get that. I'm not saying that a player can't catch you like with spinning back fist with Cammy when you're not blocking and get a full combo, which she should be able to do. And that's another thing. Like the only time that should be available for additional combo damage is if they use meter that they earned. Like if Cammy does spinning back fist with meter, like an EX spinning back fist, let's say I'm with Ryu, I throw a fireball, which I don't recommend throwing unless you're full screen because you are gonna get countered by a good Cammy player, right? Like the other day I played a real good Cammy player. I'm full screen. He thought I was a scrub. I throw out the EX fireball. He tries to level 3 me, right? I blocked it. But that's only because from experience, I know that I'm at a range that he really can't hit me unless he absolutely knew that I was committed to doing that move. But if you play the game properly, you're going to be throwing a lot of fakes and a lot of feints and a lot of, if you notice when you watch like high level players like Tokido and all those guys, that's really what they're doing. When you see Daigo Umehara playing and you see him constantly crouching and doing a whole lot of nothing, what he's really doing is hiding the fact that he may be buffering that Hadouken motion. He might be even buffering that uppercut motion. So as a high-level player, you have to understand this. When you see a player doing a whole lot of shit, had a whole lot of movement like that, especially in the neutral, it's probably because they're preparing to hit you with a very big hit and counter hit you. So now in your head, mentally, you go, okay, now I got to stop doing shit. But the problem with high level play is that a player goes, I know he's going to stop doing shit if I do this. So now I know he's available for a grab or something like that. And that's what starts to evolve and make the game so much fun, is that you have to worry about this, but you also have to worry about that. But like, I also know that the only exception is, and this is another reason why I don't like Drive Impact, is that it takes away from the true logic of what a very simple 2D fighter like this is. Like I mentioned in my other video, when a player is walking back or forward, not only are they vulnerable to low attacks, they're also vulnerable to getting hit basically with anything. Because you can't strike your opponent at the same time, you know, that you're moving forward or back. If you don't believe me, you're a beginner player, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, try moving back and then press jab. What's going to happen when you press jab? You're going to stop moving. What does that mean? You can't hit your opponent and move at the same time. So a lot of these like players that think they're dope, they're really not understanding what the hell is actually happening. Why is it that me as a player can play somebody, I never played them before a day in my life, and suddenly I'm beating them in about a minute and a half tops, 2 rounds straight, 2 matches straight, I beat them, you know, and why is that? Because I'm understanding that logic. You know what I'm saying? That's the real logic I'm using as I'm playing the game. When I see him walking forward, like let's say I see him jabbing me and I'm blocking it. The problem is when you play online, you don't get all the information that you normally get when you play the game offline. So like when I see a player jabbing, doing a standing jab, if he stops at the second jab, I already know that I'm basically still in grab range, like pretty fast. I could probably jab him out of it if he's like, you know, depending on the character's jab. Like Zangief, if he's pretty far away, I could stop him before he gets to me with a grab, unless he puts me in a frame trap, which I disagree with character grapplers having frame traps. The way they currently are in Street Fighter, they should not be allowed to do it. If they made the grappler characters the way I suggest they should be, like Oro and Ibuki, and if you don't know, yes, those characters do grapple, but you have to actually combo the command grab. That's the way it should have always been. Whoever designed Ibuki and Oro in Third Strike in Japan knew exactly what they were doing. The only problem is that in Street Fighter, there should be no target combos. Unless those target combos automatically happen on hit and only on hit, there should be no target combos. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you fight a good Ibuki player that does standing light kick. And you go, okay, because she did standing light kick, in the back of my head, I'm going, she could cancel that. She could target combo that into standing medium kick and standing hard kick. So in a way, I can't really do nothing as far as I'm concerned. I kind of have to wait till she finishes that. But if I see that doesn't come out right away, I basically feel like I'm in a grab setup. So like that's the logic there. Like if he doesn't go for the target combo, I feel like he's either putting me in a grab setup where my best option probably is to jump away and try to parry on the way out. Or just break the grab altogether. I prefer personally, because I feel it's way easier to just try to break the grab, take the grab. Because you do take a lot of damage when you miss that parry, that anti-air parry, and he catches you with like an EX uppercut. That leads to a lot of damage, and not only that, it leads to a true knockdown, a true hard knockdown. They call in the fighting game community, they call it a hard knockdown. When you get knocked down from an usually like a special move attack or a super attack, and you cannot get out of it in any way, shape, or form by like rolling, doing like a quick roll, quick rise, they call it. Like sometimes in fighting games, like let's say for example in Street Fighter X Tekken, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, there's certain situations where you get knocked down, but it's not a true hard knockdown. Like you can actually roll out of it and dive past like to the other side of your opponent. You could kind of roll back out of it, and give yourself a little more space. Like let's say for example, if you're like a Dalsim player, you could roll back and give yourself way more distance than you normally had before. So like yeah, it has its option, it has its benefits, but I completely disagree with that altogether. I think wherever you get knocked down as a player, just to make things way easier for the opponent that is correct, you should allow them to have to deal with pressure all over again. Because in my opinion, that's what made fighting games fun in the first place. Like outplaying your opponent and now making them like basically fight for the rest of the rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I catch a hard knockdown. I do a hard knockdown with Yang. And guess what I'm doing? I'm activating Sensei Embu, and I'm turning into 3 guys, and now you really gonna have to play defense. And Justin Wong knows very well what I'm talking about because he does play maybe not the best Yoon that I have ever seen in my life, because I think that title goes to KO from Japan. But I gotta say, his is pretty dope. His is pretty dope. He does some amazing combos with Yoon. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried to do them. I have landed them. The whole Kara Palm thing is way beyond me. If someone maybe explained it to me a little bit better, I probably could pull it off. But he does amazing stuff, man. And he was doing it back when fighting games were actually very challenging and way harder to actually win at. And I give him all the credit. I give him credit where credit's due because, like I said before, Chun-Li didn't even have a crouching light kick that comboed into another crouching light kick. For whatever reason, don't understand that. I really don't. I believe her crouching light kick can still combo into a crouching jab, and she can combo that into her level 1 super fireball. Which for me is kind of mind-boggling why he didn't try to switch to that instead, again, and especially against those dive kick matchups where like against Yoon, Yang, and Akuma especially. And maybe even Necro. This is one of the reasons why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's like I feel at day one it's completely unacceptable. I know I've only played one character, and I should maybe give time to other characters in the game. But goddamn, bro, like when I'm doing crouching light kick, crouching jab, and I do a regular uppercut, and it whiffs on my opponent, that for me is unacceptable. Because if I were to go on Street Fighter right now and do crouching light kick, crouching jab with basically the entire roster, there's some variation of that combo that does work for every character. And that is essential at the highest level. I'm sorry, but fighting game developers might not understand like how much high level players want to win, because I know the feeling very well. But that is essential at the highest level. If your character cannot do that, do not play the character. Don't get me wrong, crouching light kick, crouching jab, and EX uppercut with Rock Howard still works. But guess what? You're not always going to have meter. So what you're going to do, you're going to crouching light kick, crouching jab your opponent, and then that's it, and try to what? Get him in a grab setup? And guess what? Like a real good player is going to stand jab you on the walk-in. And like that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, like what's going on? Like, a lot of people bought this game brand new, such as myself, and like it's not possible. And like maybe hold up, like see, he can do crouch quarter circle back punch. And it essentially kind of is the same thing. But like right there. What I do? I did crouching light. I did.
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get my ass whooped on stream. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have too much experience playing this game. Oh, this is not a fair fight. That's my teacher right there. What the fuck? I'm gonna get my ass whooped, guys. This is what you wanted, guys. This is probably one of the developers. Because I'm gonna get my ass whooped, guys. I'm not that good at this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a Street Fighter veteran. Oh, come on. My double doesn't go through his regular? I disagree with that as well. His double should go through his...
No escape. One, two. Punch. One, two. Raging storm. Overheat. Burning.
Oh my god.
Tackle.
Oh my god. Oh, come on. Come on with the fucking target. Like. Is it me or like did that move? Did it not look like I did that move at the right time? I don't even really want to play like against an actual person right there. I just wanted to kind of talk about the game, but come on, man. I can't. Finally. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to fucking play this shit, man. I think they like in a way they're kind of going in the right direction, but like they just didn't.
Fighting's supposed to be fun.
I don't even really want to play. Like I just wanted to kind of talk about the game, but. Okay, he left the game because apparently he's too good to play a second time. But see, like right there, look at that. What's the point then? Like if you're gonna legitimately make a game, like, and you have all the talent in the world to actually make this a reality and a commodity, and then like at the fucking area where it matters most, it's so fucking anticlimactic, and that's the main reason why I have always strayed away and tried to stay away from King of Fighters and fucking Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and all that shit, dog. Because like in a lot of ways, it's a clone of Street Fighter, but it's nowhere near as good. And it's like, as good as your character design might be, as good as your music might be, as good as your fucking talent for drawing might be, it's fucking unacceptable for the most important part of the game to be so fucking anticlimactic. And like, I thought fucking Street Fighter was bad, but after playing this, I want to run back to fucking Street Fighter, man. Like, I fucking already regret fucking buying this shit. So like, is it my fault or is it your fault? Who put out the fucking commodity that should be better, me or you? Like I feel like the fucking Japanese guys that made this shit, or whoever fucking made this shit, in conjunction with the white guys that made this shit, like I feel like they just kind of took my fucking money right now. So like, can I talk some shit now about it? Because I feel like you just ran my fucking pockets, yo. So, like, you're telling me I can't fucking talk shit now? Like, and I'm sorry I feel that way, but you made me fucking feel that way. So now I feel like talking shit about it. So what the fuck do you want to do about it? You know what I'm saying? So like, oh, some Snoop Dogg shit. Let it be known then. Like, what the fuck you want to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you feel some type of way. Okay, so what the fuck you want to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry that I like to speak from my heart. I'm sorry. Sometimes it ends up with a foot in my mouth, but a lot of time, 99% of the time, it doesn't. And if you don't like how the fuck I express myself and how I come off, like, then I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that I'm not like Mr. Rogers and shit, and I'm all fucking calm and collective when I express myself. Sometimes I am, but when it comes to shit that I love and I spend money on this shit, and then I feel like in a way it could have been way better, and I feel like, damn, you had the brains to do all this, but then the fucking combos that obviously should fucking work, you didn't tweak them before launch, and now I gotta sit here with my fucking mouth shut. And like in a lot of ways, I feel like in a lot of ways, if Capcom, like let's say for example, in Japanese fighting games altogether, the very simple 2D fighters like Samurai Showdown, and I feel like they could slow down walking back away from your opponent. I think that would also make the game way more interesting because now you're in the danger zone. Now I can catch you with universal overhead. Now I can catch you with the low attack. Guess what? That's basically all they have available as options. So can we keep it at the part of the game that makes it fucking entertaining in the first place? As bad as I got my ass beat by that Terry player, first of all, I would love to know who the fuck decided to give Terry Bogard the best fucking character out of King of Fighters probably in the entire history of the fucking game. There has not been one game where he has been fucking bad at all. He has always been the poster boy for fucking Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, all that shit. So I would like to know who the fuck thought it was a good idea to give him fucking Rekka. Why would you ever give a character that good some fucking Rekka? And that's another thing I would change about Japanese fighting games. When it comes to those Rekka special moves where it's kind of like an install, I think they call it an install. Maybe I'm misusing the terminology, but install is basically like, I don't know if I'm using it wrong, but like it has multiple hits that you could kind of do with it. Like, for example, Kimberly has it. Kimberly has it in Street Fighter 6, quarter circle forward punch with hard punch. The only thing is, I love the way Street Fighter 6 did it. When I do quarter circle hard punch and it lands, right? It automatically does the rest of the Rekka for me until it pops them up in the air, and then it just kind of leaves me with the option to finish the combo, or I could do additional pressure on the ground. So, like, I love that. In a way, I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Fei Long had the original Rekka. Not Kimberly. Who's the white girl with the goofy uppercut in Street Fighter 5 that Justin Wong was using? That he beat Daigo Umehara, which was. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that because she is way better than fucking Ryu in Street Fighter 5. In my opinion, in theory, of course, in theory, on paper, yes, Ryu has parry. But guess what? In theory, you have to deal with a guy like Justin Wong who goes, oh, I know he has parry. I know how to deal with that too. So in theory, yeah, it does look good on paper to have that. But when you play against a guy who's preparing for every little situation that could possibly come his way, he essentially becomes like easily the worst character in the game. Against a character that good, You can't throw fireballs at that bitch unless you're at combo range. And how hard is it to open up your opponent with Ryu? I mean, you know, I don't understand. In my opinion, you should be able to like, I've said it time and time again. The overheads in Japanese fighting games, I know they're fast, but like most high level players never get hit by it. And don't get me wrong, I love that this game added a universal overhead. I didn't even know it was in it till recently. That's awesome. That's exactly what should be in the game. That's exactly what should be in Street Fighter 6. That's exactly what, if Street Fighter 5 had a universal overhead, it would have been like easily the best Street Fighter of all time. Could you imagine Laura with a universal overhead? She would be phenomenal. I mean, her overhead wasn't even safe on block unless it hit at max distance, which was almost fucking impossible to fucking land at max distance. Like, you literally, even if you tried, you would probably miss because your opponent would just walk the fuck out the way. So, like, I don't know. In my opinion, if American companies are getting these games from Japan, in my opinion, as a longtime 2D fighter fan and just fighting games in general, as a longtime fan, I know when something is right and when something's wrong. What they're giving you over there in Japan, if they're giving you this in Japan, they do not fucking like you guys. I'm going to keep it real with the white boys. They do not like you because this is not it. And they know it's not it. Because they knew that was it back in Third Strike. When they added that universal overhead in Third Strike, that solved almost every single issue that Street Fighter ever fucking had. The only difference I would personally make, universal overhead would do a freeze frame. If it was up to me, it would do a freeze frame. Any overhead attack lands on the opponent, it would do a freeze frame. After that freeze frame is over, you get a free combo. I know a lot of you are like, damn, but if I get caught with an overhead, yeah, but how long has overhead been in Street Fighter, with the exception of jumping attacks, that has actually led to something more powerful? Never. It's never happened. With the exception of jumping attacks, it was almost impossible to do some high damaging combo off of an overhead. Like, let's say, for example, in Super Turbo, you land a jump kick with Ryu, you could go right into the super with Ryu, and it'll do like damn near half their life on one combo. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but how difficult is it to land a fucking jump kick on a high level player in Super Turbo? So let me tell you something. If you land one on a fucking player, they deserve to fucking get hit. Because the shit takes hella long to come out. So if you do get hit by that shit, you a fucking scrub. And I don't even want to hear no more about it. The only reason I was getting hit with it in this fucking game is because, first of all, I don't even like Rock Howard like that. He's a bit of like a metrosexual. No offense, but, he's like one of those pretty boys that like looks in the mirror at himself before he goes out and gets ready. He likes himself he looks in the mirror more than the bitches do. Not even a bitch looks at the mirror more than this nigga. You is fucking obsessed with yourself, nigga. I know what the fuck I look like. That's why I don't look in the mirror like that. I don't gotta look in the mirror like that. What do? I wipe my eyes like before I walk out just to make sure there ain't no eye boogers there, and I'm out the fucking door. This nigga really smiling at the mirror, fucking posing in the mirror, blowing kisses in the mirror. You seem borderline gay, nigga. I'm starting to think you borderline gay, nigga. The point I'm trying to make is this. Universal overhead, in my opinion, although I love it in Third Strike, is way too hard to combo with. Ken, probably in my opinion, is the easiest to combo with. In fact, every character in the game, if I were to revisit Third Strike, if I were to re-release Third Strike today and let's say rebalance it and add more characters and rebalance it, I would definitely allow every character to do what Dudley and Ken do in Third Strike. And that's with their unique overhead, which for Ken is back medium kick that hits twice, and Dudley's that hits once, forward hard kick. It can combo into forward hard kick into medium kick for an easy overhead combo if you don't have meter. But if you have a super meter, I feel like you should be able to do forward hard kick, medium kick, and then cancel the super. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of understand why the Japanese guys were like, no, we don't want that. But at least make it easier to land it. Like, what I mean by that is if you land that forward hard kick, I know what you guys are thinking. God damn, that shit fast. And you're very likely to get hit by that. Yeah, you are, but guess what? Dudley really needs some shit like that, though. Let's keep it real. Like, yeah, he has like probably the most target combos out of every character in the game. In fact, I love his target combo sound effects. That it sounds like he's really boxing. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love a lot of what the Japanese have done with Street Fighter and King of Fighters, especially Samurai Showdown. I even think Metal Slug is one of your, I think it's even maybe, the best game that you guys ever made is Metal Slug. When it comes to SNK Playmore, I think that's one of the best games of all time. It might not be for everybody, but for people that really appreciate a good 2D side scroller, I think it's amazing. It's funny as hell. Freeing the bearded white guy is funny as hell. He usually gives you some sort of like power-ups and shit or health and shit. It's funny. I like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? It's better than Contra. It's better than like, and I love Contra. But when it went 3D, I was like, it was still good. 3D Contra is still good, but I mean, it was always good. In my opinion, Contra was always good. I take that back. Even 3D Contra is dope as fuck. In fact, I thought I had more fun with Contra when it went 3D than when it ever was 2D. I thought it was too fucking hard 2D. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. That shit hard as fuck. But I mean, I want to play this game more. I want to play Fatal Fury more. I really do. I feel like that target combo right there is something that if it just easily linked into special moves and EX special moves and EX special moves into supers, if I could like do the jab, hard punch, or jab, hard punch, or jab, hard punch, hard punch. If I could easily cancel that into a special move or a super or both, or you get what I mean, like an EX. I feel like it's way too hard to do the shit. It's not enough time. And of course that's gonna hold back beginner players that are playing the game and they're like, damn, like I'm doing the shit that like I'm supposed to be doing, but like ain't nothing coming out after that. What's the point then? Because like if you really think about it, with the exception of jab and crouching light kick, every single attack, although they can be special move cancelable, they're special move cancelable. If you're too dumb to figure out what that means when the attack is blocked or you land the hit, you can actually, although you should only be doing it when your opponent is in hit stun, when you hit your opponent, that's called hit stun. You put them in a hit stun state for a brief moment of time. That's what allows you to combo. That's what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So when you land like, let's say, for example, even if they block it, I could still special move cancel it. Although you shouldn't do that because you're going to put yourself in a very counter state. You're going to get countered and probably lose the match playing like that. But if you really think about it, max distance standing hard kick. What happens when you land max distance standing hard kick? Is it easier than ever before to special move cancel it? Yeah. In my opinion, the only way Ken can special move cancel that is, well, he can't even really special move cancel it. It just kind of counter hits them on, which I disagree with. I feel like it only happens on counter hit. I would put it on any hit. That's another change I would make to Street Fighter. Is first of all, if Ken lands that standing hard kick, I understand the programmers wanted to make it seem like Ken really hit him so hard that he's flying away. I get that. But guess what happens? Unless I'm in the corner, which I certainly probably would never do that in the corner, probably ever with Ken. You know what I'm saying? Maybe only on a hit stun. I would throw that out there. Unlike a lot of the other fake Ken fans out there, I'm probably the best out of all you guys. Because, like, I'm the only Ken player in the fucking nation, probably in the world, that actually lands standing hard kick with Ken consistently. And I'm not just talking about on a whiff punish. You know, whiff punish is just like when they miss. So, like, if they miss an attack, like, let's say they go for a dragon punch uppercut or anti-air and they miss, and you could land a standing hard kick. And the way Street Fighter 6 is designed is like, you have medium punch, medium kick, and then you gotta waste meter to drive rush forward, and then you could do hard punch uppercut. I think maybe you can even do spin kick. I always do hard punch uppercut. The point I'm trying to make is this. You're making it way harder than it has to be. We as players, when we land an attack like that in a fighting game, we just want it to be, okay, he got counter hit, leave him standing right there. Don't put him flying away. Don't put him flying away or any of that. Make it easier for the players to continue the combo. You know what I'm saying? That's the big problem. It really is. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Like, in my opinion, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of characters that could combo universal overhead into third strike only, though. You know, universal overhead into a super. But that was the only exception to the rule. Like, I could not land a universal overhead with Ken or Ryu and then do an EX uppercut. It would miss. They would block it. But the only exception to that rule is if I hit him with the universal overhead at the right distance, which I disagree with that. I think it should be on any hit. But at max distance, you can combo into not all of them work. With Ken, only level 3 super works in third strike. I'm pretty sure the startup for level 2 is way too long. It won't combo. I'm not 100% sure about Ryu's Super R2, but I know Super R1 does combo. I'm pretty sure I have landed that. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure you can do it, though. And if not, I'm pretty sure unless they have, like... I'll leave it at that. There's just so many factors at play. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, Brave Dance with Elena. That could combo into off a universal overhead. You know, Remy's Flash Kick Super could combo off a universal overhead. In fact, I was like the first Remy player doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's some character. I think Hammer Frenzy from Hugo can be combo. Like, and you know, like I said, every character should be able to do it. As stupid as that sounds, you go, oh damn, but like that's not fair. Why is it not fair? That makes the game fun, in my opinion. That's what makes the game interesting. In a simple 2D fighter like that, you need it. And I'm happy that Fatal Fury added it. If Street Fighter was smart, they would add it too. You know what I'm saying? I probably am gonna play Street Fighter, but I'm probably gonna switch to Dhalsim though. I'm probably not gonna play my best character right now. Um, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm happy Ken and Chun-Li are making it into the game. I know I've repeated some things over and over again, but I disagree. Oh, another thing I would change is Street Fighter 6. Backdash in Street Fighter 6, I would make it recover a little bit faster. I know you guys are like, why would you do that? Uh, you know, it adds a little bit more variety to faking out your opponent, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to do that in 2D fighters. I know a lot of players are okay, I won't do anything. Even better. I hope you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I would change. I've clearly backdashed at my opponent on their wake up, like way before they ever got up, and they like clearly hit me with like a level 1 or a level 3. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted, but that's not the results I thought would happen. Like I wanted to bait his super, but I didn't want it to actually land. Because if I was playing third strike, they would have thrown the shit out and I would have blocked it. I would be like, ah. But like, that's not what happens now. I know that shit feel good as hell. Um, I disagree. Actually, I disagree. As long as she brushes her teeth. Um, like I said, there's a few changes. Like, there's a lot of changes that they made in Street Fighter that I really do love. I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression about me. A lot of the shit you hear me talking is when I'm already like emotional from a loss. Okay, you know, call me a sore loser, call me whatever you want. I really want to win every single match, every single round. You know, it doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's because of lag. Sometimes it's because I'm picking a whack ass character like Dhalsim. Oh, that reminded me. I forgot to bring up the fact that Dhalsim should not be able to teleport when his meter is dry. When he goes into exhaustion from wasting all his drive meter, he should not be able to teleport anymore. I think now at that point he should have to fight like a man, like everyone else. I think that's one of the reasons why Dhalsim is actually better than a lot of people give credit for. Is because some of the best characters in the game, like for example Ryu, Ken, Akuma, and Guile, they all get, in my opinion, destroyed unless you're amazing at perfect parry. They all get destroyed by a good Dhalsim player. Because guess what? If you're smart as a Ryu player or a Ken player, you cannot throw projectiles anymore. Or a Guile player, you cannot throw projectiles anymore. But guess what happens when you do that? You can't win anymore. Uh-oh. Write down another note. Uh-oh. Let me write down another note so I can try to cheat my way to the top now. The point I'm trying to make is this. That's a special move. And I'm not saying that you can't use special moves when your meter is gone. But he should not be able to teleport. Teleport should be disabled when drive meter is gone. That's another change I will make in Street Fighter 6. Absolutely. I I think that's all I'm gonna say for now, man. I don't know what else to say about it, but this right here is not a good way to launch a game, in my opinion. Because I already found one big flaw that I can't do crouching light kick, crouching jab, uppercut. Unless they're just so brilliant at the game design that they're going, no, we want you to use the uppercut for anti-air only. Now, if that's what they were really going for, then I gotta go, you know what? Maybe they were listening to me so much that I haven't even realized it yet. I'm such an idiot that they did do what I said. And you know what? It will make the game even better. In my opinion, I think I understand why they did it. But if you are going to make it so that the regular uppercut doesn't hit crouching or standing opponents, let me see. Does it hit normally if I just... Okay, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Is that the uppercut still hits your opponent. Because I kind of get the impression that you're trying to make it so that the uppercut doesn't hit crouching or standing opponents. Which, if you are going to change the game like that, I love the idea of it. That you legitimately have to anti-air your opponent properly at the right time. I like that. I think every high-level player would love to see more of that. Obviously, beginner players that are not as good at that are going to be like, damn, that sucks, but... You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, if I'm able to do crouching light kick, crouching jab, enhanced EX uppercut, I might as well be able to do the regular uppercut as well. Because I feel like in the heat of the moment, when you're rushing down your opponent, you might not always be physically ready at the right spot of your controller. So instead of trying to do like a dragon punch motion, you might just settle for that down back punch with Rock Howard, which will like essentially be your go-to special move. You know what I'm saying? So like I go into my opponent, That's basic for every high-level player. Crouching light kick. I feel like they're taking up. I feel like they take way too long to get off the ground, though. I feel like that's like...
Damn you.
I feel like you should be able to combo that after that. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that move is dope for like catching your opponent off guard a little bit. Like, is that an overhead? Am I wrong? Is that an overhead?
We're not done yet.
See, like right there, I can't super after it. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. I'm trying to accept it. It just doesn't let me.
It's over. This is me.
See what I mean? Like, that would have been dope. Right there. Right there. What you guys programmed, the timing is not right. But the actual animations and how it looked was fucking dope. Like, the startup of that was dope. It looked cool as fuck, right? I landed like an EX. I'm pretty sure I did crouching light kick, crouching jab, down back, 2-punch. So enhanced special move, EX move, whatever the hell they call it in King of Fighters, in Fatal Fury. And then after a hit, I did double quarter circle forward kick. But for whatever reason, it does not get there in time. And like when I was playing King of Fighters 13, it got there in time. It always felt like it got there in time. I always felt like the Japanese guy that made this game, like, I always felt like they gave you just enough time. And that's kind of what made it make sense. Is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gave you just enough time. Like, when people ask, when do I do it? You do it when you have the opportunity to do it. Because there's no other time to do it. If you do it too soon, it just doesn't even come out at all. If you do it too late, you miss. So what else is there? You obviously see everyone doing it. So like there's got to be somewhere in the middle that you're not doing it at the right time. You're doing it too fast. You do have to do it fast, but not as fast as you had to do it before. And if you don't believe me, just ask Justin Wong. He'll tell you. Because you had to do that shit real fast before. So like, see, like right there, while that special move is hitting, I should be able to super cancel it as well. The way I do that, the way I'm able to do it in Street Fighter. Because like with Ken, let's say for example, with Ken or Ryu, I do crouching medium kick into fireball, and I could actually, they don't let you do that unless it's a level 3 in Street Fighter 6 now. In Street Fighter 5, you could do it at any time, as long as you had full meter. Whether it was uppercut or fireball. So like you could do like crouching light kick, crouching jab, and then dragon punch with Ryu, and then super cancel it with, you only have to legitimately do another quarter circle forward punch after that. That's like the big confusion that a lot of beginner players have. They see the motion and then they go, damn, I got to do all that? And it's like, no, you don't have to do all that. Because when you do the dragon punch motion, that counts as the first half of the super. So in all reality, like, you only have to do a second fireball motion. So if you do crouching light kick, crouching jab, dragon punch with Ryu, light punch, medium punch, or hard punch, they all work. It isn't the most beginner friendly combo, but if you do another quarter circle forward punch before Ryu really takes off into the air too high, once he gets too high, you won't be able to do it. But if you do it right away, the uppercut's going to come out, it's going to hit the opponent, and he's going to cancel into a super. Same thing with, I recommend like a beginner player, if you know how to throw a fireball in Street Fighter without modern controls, I mean just quarter circle forward punch, that's going to be a fireball. So like you do, for example, a real beginner version of this combo would be like standing medium punch or crouching medium kick with either Ken or Ryu, and then just do quarter circle forward punch. It doesn't matter which one you do, because medium punch is so close to the opponent. After that, just do another quarter circle punch. So once you see that the fireball has come out, just rapidly do another quarter circle punch. And the way I do it is I literally just mash it. I'm not like some perfect man that like never makes mistakes. I'm literally just going quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch. But I'm doing it so fast, it's more like quarter circle punch, quarter circle punch, quarter. I'm just doing it consistently over and over and over again. And like, I'm not hoping that it comes out because I just have so much experience. But like, that's what a lot of beginner and intermediate players, they go, damn, like I can't get those moves to come out. I can't get the special move to go into a super. That's why. Because you're trying to do too much, and what happens is you're probably overcomplicating the input so much that the game engine recognizes it as a completely different move. Where if you just kind of simplified it and did another one real quick, the same way you do a fireball, if you just press double quarter circle it has to be kind of at the very beginning of him just going kind of Hadouken, like when you see that he's kind of extending to throwing out and it's finally coming out, it's way more lenient than ever before. So you have way more time than you think, which is a good thing. I love that they did that. What I don't like is that at point blank range, although you don't have to respect it, on block, you don't have to respect that as a true string because it's not. So like, let's say for example, a Ryu player tries to hit you with crouching medium kick that you block, and then he tries to throw a fireball anyway, which he should not. But let's say he makes a mistake and he does crouching medium kick that you block, and he goes into a fireball. With a player like Ken, which I do use, with a character like Ken, I can just do super right there. I can level 3 super him, and it'll counter him. It'll hit him out of that fireball. His fireball will come out, but my level 3 will swallow it up, and he'll get hit by my level 3 instead. That doesn't work with every single super in the game. That doesn't work with every single special move in the game. Like, for example, Lily, I'm sure if you do Dragon Punch with 2 kick, forward, down, forward, 2 kick, she'll go right through that as well. Because that move was always designed ever since T-Hawk as an anti-projectile move since Street Fighter 4 when it was first introduced. Which I do think that he drastically needed. He really did need that, in my opinion. Um, in fact, I would make it so that his regular forward down forward kick goes through fireballs and hits his opponent. Maybe even does a hard knockdown, but pushes them further away from the opponent. But like maybe not so far away that he has to deal with that same situation all over again. Like maybe he could be within striking range, but not necessarily within grab range, unless you decide to make it the way you're supposed to, like the way Oro and Ibuki command grab in Third Strike. Only the real fans know what I'm talking about. And if it was an EX two kick forward down forward two kick with T-Hawk, for example, and it does hit your opponent on let's say, for example, I'm not saying it has to be anti-projectile. If they see the opportunity to throw the move out there and an opponent made a mistake and missed a standing hard punch, and they could counter them with that. I'm not saying they can't counter them with that. I'm saying that if they legitimately go through a fireball with that, even an EX fireball with the EX, like let's say, for example, a Ryu player throws a regular fireball, right? And then forward down forward kick with T-Hawk goes through one fireball. He doesn't even have to actually make it all the way to his opponent. He could kind of just do a smaller version of it, a shorter version of it that doesn't travel as far, that maybe travels 25% distance, but like he kind of recovers quick enough that he can't get countered by anything else after that. So like he kind of goes through a projectile and avoids it, and then he kind of even closer to you than before. But let's say the Ryu player throws an EX fireball that has 2 hits. In fact, I think any EX fireball from any character in the game should get there in time within a reasonable amount of distance, I think. I feel like it's not fair when a player full screen throws a fireball at their opponent and then the player from full screen reacts and just throws the EX fireball back and it gets there in time. For example, hint, Ryu players who think they're so fucking magical when they're just playing one of the most fucking broken characters in Street Fighter 6. So like, no, I'm sorry that I'm the only person that's not impressed. What was I gonna say? Let's say, for example, Ryu throws an EX fireball at T-Hawk, and T-Hawk does the regular version of the forward down forward kick. He will get hit out of the special move. He will get counter hit. But if he does the EX version, the enhanced version of the forward dragon punch motion with 2 kick, if he does 2 kick instead and Ryu throws an EX fireball, he can go full screen. Basically, I would make it so that he could go full screen. Especially if the game is designed correctly, where he cannot just command grab you out of nowhere. I completely disagree with that. I love the way WB Games was programming a lot of the command grab characters in Mortal Kombat 11. They damn near perfected it, except for Rambo and Raiden. And I swear to God, I don't know why they never patched it. But I talked a lot of shit about that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Really? Raiden? Does he need a fucking command grab? Raiden? He's a fucking Thunder God, for Christ's sake. Really? You're gonna give a fucking god a fucking command grab? What the fuck? Why the fuck would you do that? Like Rambo, I can understand. He's a dope ass fucking character, dog. He was one of the coolest characters in Mortal Kombat 11, no doubt about it. But the whole command grab shenanigan bullshit that he had, that ain't even right. You don't want a player like me using that shit. Straight up. So like, in all honesty, I hope they really understand why I say what I say. It just makes the game more fun. It makes the game more about talent. Like, if I don't have the meter, I'm going to have to find another way past Ryu's. Like, I could get through a regular fireball, but he could kind of just full screen throw a EX fireball, and then you know, and kind of keep me away, keep me jumping, keep me blocking, trying to keep me like jumping at the right time. Um, Now I disagree with like I know a lot of people are like, oh, T-Hawk needs a dive kick. Yeah, in Super Turbo, he really needs a dive kick to kind of, in a way, that's his anti-projectile move. If he jumps in the air real quick, you could cancel the dive kick. Well, it's really like a dive headbutt, which is fucking hilarious. By the way, this is why I love Street Fighter though, because I always thought it was funny as fuck to see a big ass Mexican like that flying through the air and trying to headbutt you is funny as fuck. He's big as fuck. He's like flying at you like head first. If you can't appreciate how funny that is, I don't want to deal with you. I don't care if it's a model bitch. I don't give a fuck. If you can't appreciate that shit and enjoy it, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you can't enjoy this shit like I enjoy the shit? This shit is dope as fuck. What was I gonna say? That's the point I'm trying to make. But let me tell you something. I know that in the original game, I was supposed to anti-air the dive kick on reaction, like before he gets there. And I understand what you guys are doing. As developers, you do make a lot of sense with that. If by the time he dive kicks towards your opponent, if you have to block that, you deserve to block that. And I understand kind of in a lot of ways why they do that. But I think if it's going to be safe on block like that, should it still do chip damage? Should, like, the way Super Turbo is, like, I feel like I think on block, it actually still is unsafe. So, like, I don't know, I might be wrong about that. I've always kind of uppercutted the shit. So, like, I'm sorry that I don't know the true value of every fucking startup and recovery in the history of fucking fighting games. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I never said I was the most brilliant. I just always said I was one of the best. In fact, a lot of the times I feel like I am the best. Like, a lot of times I feel like I'm losing to a player that doesn't even deserve to win. But, you know, I feel in a lot of ways, the way you design the game, I feel like that's what you always wanted. I feel like you wanted a player like me to have, you know, to get beat by guys that I normally wouldn't get beat by, or not be able to pressure beginner and intermediate players the way I normally would pressure them. And if you don't know in Street Fighter 6, unless you're Kimberly, in my opinion, or Rashid with the level 2 super and anything similar to that, like with a projectile or EX projectile, with the exception of a lot of the level 3s in the game, maybe not all of them. Like if I do EX, for example, if I do EX projectile or regular projectile at a range, and I don't know why Zangief player would do it, but you know, he should do the level 1 super, obviously. In my opinion, if you are a Zangief player in Street Fighter 6, I'm not saying they can't win. Because I was watching Justin Wong's stream, which I highly recommend that you guys do. Because his Zangief with modern controls is the reason why I would probably quit Street Fighter altogether. I'm glad that tournaments don't even allow modern control Zangief. Because like I said, I always said the grappler characters in Street Fighter are probably the best when it comes to modern controls. Other than that, I don't think there's many humans out there that are good enough to consistently pull off the moves necessary to win at the highest level. So in my opinion, as good as you may think you are with Zangief online, which I do believe I'm one of them, when you play offline, you best believe if you make any mistake, you probably lose the round. Because Zangief, once he gets knocked down, he really can't do anything about it unless I believe he has a level 3. He can't do an EX lariat. He can't do an EX command grab. He can't do anything. So in other words, if you are going to play Zangief, just block. Take my word on this, unless you have a level 3. But also understand that players like me know this. Justin Wong knows this. Amazing players like know this, and what do? They stay out of range of your level 3 command grab. Why do they do that, you think? They stay out of range of your level 1 super. They don't throw projectiles at you at all. Why do you think they're doing that? Because that's the proper way to play at the current time and place. And that's all. That's the only difference between high-level players and beginner players. Beginner players go, he's on the ground, let me try to do something. No, sometimes the best option is to do nothing at all. Sometimes just doing nothing is better than doing something. And that's something that beginner players really have to establish in their game plan if they really want to win at the highest level. You know, these are all factors at play that you're constantly, I never look at the meter they have. I just know by experience that by like the end of level 2, round 2, he should have a level 3 super with Zangief. By the end. And by the end of it, he probably won't even use it, to be honest. Because if I take the round away from him in round 2, and now he still has a level 3 super from round 3, and now that gets me to stop throwing projectiles. And what happens when I stop throwing projectiles with a Ken or a Ryu? It essentially takes away my strongest tool against him. And if you guys don't know, that was a strong tactic in Super Turbo. Was not necessarily countering your opponent with a super, but just having the super meter filled makes your opponent think twice about doing anything at all, especially on Wake Up. Because on Wake Up is the moment in time where you do not know 100%, unless you're cheating as a player, if your opponent is doing a super or not. There's no possible way of you knowing that unless you're cheating. And maybe you're sitting close to them at a tournament and you just hear their joystick making a lot of noise. So like in your head, you go, oh, he's obviously got to be doing something. But maybe that high level player is so good that they go, no, I want you to think I'm doing something. And that's what makes this game so fun and so amazing, is that there's so many mind games going on. So the point I'm trying to make is this. Like, if I'm Ryu, right? When I play against a Chun-Li, I throw a fireball, Chun-Li can match my fireball. I throw another fireball, Chun-Li can match my fireball. I try to do like maybe spin kicks in the air, Chun-Li throws a fireball, a light fireball, and starts walking behind it, and trying to catch me with a counter poke or a grab setup. That was the Justin Wong special in Super Turbo. He's easily, the best Chun-Li of all time in Super Turbo. Maybe only second to Nuki, which he did lose to in Third Strike. But I think he honestly decided a bad stage. That stage is horrible for Chun-Li to play on. That's horrible for any player to play on. There's too many obstacles in the way of the action. Like there's tables and shit. That's a horrible stage. That stage should be banned from tournament play. And maybe that was one of the reasons why he lost. But he still did, he did pretty good though. Better than most would have been able to do, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a huge fan of Justin Wong. What he has done in 2D FighterZ will never be replicated, ever. He's a legend, and for good reason, because he was very talented. You know what I'm saying? The stuff he was doing in the game is phenomenal. His mind state of how he approaches the fighting game was like literally the only guy in the entire United States that was able to figure out how to stop Dark Phoenix in Marvel 3. He was like the only player that said, you know what? I'm gonna win by not hitting the bitch. I'm winning this. I'm winning this match by not hitting at all. So yeah, to make a long story short, you know what I'm saying? I highly recommend that you guys check out their channels. There's a lot of talented players out there. You know, I love all you guys' channel. I watch your stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of fighting game podcasts all the time. If you want to get better, I highly recommend that you watch these podcasts as well. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Um, I would make changes to characters like Balrog as well. Um, I think turnaround punch should be able to be used against projectiles, anti-projectile, but I do not think you should be able to hold it until final punch and get a complete knockout. Like, two of those wins the round type shit. That's really not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's really not fair, I don't think. And like, I understand that Balrog's EX punch, like if he does it right, it's supposed to go through a projectile and hit the opponent, or it's supposed to go through a normal attack and still hit the opponent because it has invincibility. But on block, let me get an easy counter. Let me get more time. That's the big thing that's the big complaint that I have with Japanese fighting games is that they don't give you enough time. The same thing I say about Tekken 8 in comparison to Tekken 7. I felt like in Tekken 7, you had way more time to do those like pop-ups. You would pop your opponent in the air and it would be so perfect. It felt so perfect in Tekken 7. Then I try to play Tekken 8 and I'm like, what the fuck did they do? I'm like, bro, like it was perfect. What the fuck are you doing? Like we all loved it. Like it was awesome. It was perfect. And I love how all these niggas all of a sudden are using martial law. No one was using martial law. Nobody out there was using Bruce Lee in Tekken at all. All of a sudden, I start streaming and proving that the character could win, even though he's not even that good in comparison to the best characters in the game. All of a sudden, all these niggas is using Bruce Lee now. Stop biting my shit. That's all I gotta say about it. Stop biting my shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's the reason I have not been playing Tekken 8. I bought it day one. I popped it in. I was very excited for the Tekken volleyball. I mean, Tekken volleyball is like the best part about. I enjoy Tekken volleyball more than I enjoy the fighting. I don't know about everyone else, but that shit is fun as fuck. Am I the only one that thinks that shit's dope as fuck? We need more mini games brought back into fighting games where, like, it's a little more casual. Like, bring back the Mario Kart for Mortal Kombat players, where it was like Mortal Kombat players were playing Mario Kart. It was in one of the PlayStation 2 ones. I don't know if it was Deception or Armageddon or Deadly Alliance, whichever one it was. Bring that shit back, bro. Bring out these collections, man. You know, Neo Geo, you're real fucking stingy, bro. Like, bro, Neo Geo, stop acting like you are like the McDonald's of fucking fighting games, dude. You are not the fucking McDonald's of fighting games, bro. Like, the McDonald's of fighting games is Mortal fucking Kombat and fucking Tekken and fucking Street Fighter. And notice how I put Street Fighter last? That was on fucking purpose. If I were to honestly say, Tekken 7, number 1, Mortal Kombat 11, number 2. In fact, I gotta say Mortal Kombat 11 and Tekken 7 tied for first. In fact, with how annoying sometimes some of the combo shit, you know what? I love Tekken 7, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you fucked up. Bandai Namco, they fucked up. That's you guys really fucked up. You know, hey, bro, I love Joe Rogan. His comedy is fucking amazing. His stand-up comedy is some of the best of all time. But goddamn, he gets a 3-hour podcast once a week, nigga. I can't fucking stream for a little bit, nigga. I thought this was the land of equal fucking opportunity, nigga. I mean, what the fuck? I understand this is all your shit. The Xenobites, that's all your shit. The fucking the whole all that shit is your shit. But I thought you said it's the land of fucking equal opportunity. You lying out your fucking teeth, bro. Like Joe Rogan does that every fucking week. You know, no one says shit. I start to do it. All of a sudden, I'm motherfucking Bin Laden. All of a sudden, I'm Bin Laden now. Cause I ate a few fucking chicken strips, nigga. You owe me more than you can pay back, nigga. The fuck you talking about? You lucky I ain't do the same shit yet. You lucky I ain't do the same shit as you, dog. The point I'm trying to make is this. Hold up. Let me get back to track. Hold up. Let me get back on track. Hold up. I'm trying to make a point here. The point that I'm trying to make is that especially Street Fighter and anything from SNK Play More, which the way they're releasing games, I would honestly change the company name to SNK Play Less. I would change the name of the company to let's charge $20 tops, brand new. And that's for a physical release. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, I'm sorry to the talented developers that worked hard to make this make sense, but when I can't do crouching, I understand. With Rock Howard, I can do crouching light kick, crouching jab, quarter circle, back punch. In fact, when I'm playing online, I would prefer to do that because I'll probably get it to combo more consistently than I ever would crouching light kick, crouching jab, uppercut. So I'll give you that. But when the EX version does combo and the regular one does not, I find something wrong with that. I was about to spit that out and I swallowed it. Yo, oh my God. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was kind of gross. I don't know why I just thought that. Was it me or you that thought pussy juices right now? Was that me or you? What was I going to say? Oh, okay. I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, I'm probably gonna switch to Street Fighter 6. I might end it right now. I don't know. I'm thinking about. I like playing Dulcine, but it's kind of boring to me. I like to be in my opponent's face when I'm fighting. So like I like the rushdown characters. I always have been a rushdown character. Justin Wong is more like a keep away character. But he did play a rushdown character in Street Fighter 4. Yeah. So like he's able to do it all basically. That's good. All right, like I said, you know, the 2D fighters that you guys make are so simple that I feel just listening to me a little bit more would make it better. Like if I'm a Ryu player, like for example, he has drive. I don't know if it's called drive. I don't think it's called drive reversal. Whatever they introduced in Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter, where I think it was first introduced in the Street Fighter Alpha. In Street Fighter Alpha 3, where you could kind of V reversal. I think it was originally called like a V reversal, where like a lightning strike would hit, and like you could like kind of special move, like during that moment, for that brief moment where the lightning struck, you could like just oh, Ryuken, you know what I mean? And like hit your opponent. Like it's a little bit different now. Like it's I don't think every character needs it. I feel like Dhalsim should have it. I feel like Zangief should have it. I feel like Ryu, Ken, Guile, Akuma should not have it. I feel the fact that they have so many supers and special moves that can basically deal with pressure, I feel it's completely unnecessary to give them an additional fucking option. And I feel like some of the EX projectiles don't have to be so invincible so early on. And like I said it about Ryu's super. Ryu's super should not be invincible at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else. I don't know exactly how the programmers make it work. But like when I'm about to clearly hit Ryu with a jump kick, and he does a level 1 super, and the level 1 super just completely nullifies the fact that I was already doing a jump kick, it's kind of annoying because in all reality, the proper play in that situation is for him to do the level 3 super or a regular or an EX drive uppercut, which would be the Dragon Punch. So if he was supposed to be doing that correctly, he would be doing one of those options. Now, he may have made a mistake. It has happened to me before. Don't feel bad, especially playing online. I don't think I've ever made that mistake playing offline. I'm sure there's a lot of Ryu players out there that a lot of people are bragging about that, you know, they make that mistake even offline. I don't have that problem offline. Ryu's quarter circle back, I would remove that move altogether or make it unsafe on block, whether it's EX or not. I like that he has it, but make it right. Ryu is too good to not have it right. Ken is a little bit different. Ken is where I understand that he gets there with a hard kick, dragon kick. I think that's what it's called, forward, down, forward, hard kick. I understand that if he gets to his opponent and they block it, I understand it being safe on block. But as for him getting additional pressure after it, I don't think it's completely necessary, though. You know what I'm saying? I think it could hit the opponent could block it, but it pushes them maybe within slightly out of grab range, and now they're playing like a completely neutral, you know, striking game. A lot of high level players, they call that footsies. I never liked the words footsies. I just always said I was trying to hit the dude. I'm just trying to hit the guy. I don't like saying footsies. Footsies sound kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I try to get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you have to understand that I'm coming from Street Fighter. So, like, I'm used to doing, like, crouching light kick, crouching light punch, like, uppercut with Ken and Ryu. Especially Ryu, because Ryu can't. You know, that's just a combo I've always gone to ever since Street Fighter 4. Even though it was way harder in Street Fighter 4. I love how they adjusted it in Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter 5. That it's way easier to do than it was in Street Fighter 4. I wish they somehow made... I feel like it's easier than ever before. But in Street Fighter 4, Ryu's crouching light kick into crouching jab into uppercut was way harder to do than it was for Ken. For whatever reason. But, you know, that's all I can really think of right now, though. But I probably will play for a little bit until I get bored. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to play with me, I probably most certainly will be playing ranks. Unless I play Dhalsim. If I feel like playing Dhalsim, I'll play unranked. I'll play casual. I would love to get more into Fatal Fury. I'm not going to sit here. I have not given this game the time of day that it really deserves because everyone keeps saying, everyone that I talk to or here online is saying that the game is amazing. And I always thought that Samurai Showdown was amazing. I felt like not enough people gave it the time of day. I feel like it is the best Samurai Showdown game. I mean, the SNK Playmore game of all time. But I'm not gonna let that like stop me from like. But I'm just saying, Fatal Fury. I mean, SNK Playmore. Please patch it and make it so that I can do crouching light kick, crouching jab, uppercut with Rock Howard. Because like in the heat of the battle, like when I'm trying to win, I might like be in a position where damn, I forgot that it's quarter circle back because I play so much Ken and Ryu that like I went for and I'll just instinctively go for that dragon punch in that motion. The game might be on the line. I go for it, it misses on my opponent, and now I lose the round and lose the match. And I'm like, God damn. Like, just make it an option. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here and saying like and allow for better combo possibilities where you special move cancel and then you super cancel that special move. You were able to do that in King of Fighters 13. You know what I'm saying? It was way easier to do it in King of Fighters 13. I love the way King of Fighters 13 felt. I feel like I kind of understand what you guys are doing, and I kind of love the way you could kind of like jab, jab, hard punch, or jab, hard punch, jab, jab, hard punch. Like, I like the way it feels, but let me special move cancel that, or EX special move cancel that, like, any variety of that, and super cancel that. Because I really want that to be that obviously is a go-to combo up close. Otherwise, they would have never programmed it in the game in the first place. But I feel like there's not, enough options out of it, Maybe the far standing hard punch on hit can, like, you can just mash it on hit and it'll give you a little bit more time. Like, it'll do a second and a third one at max distance, like, and standing hard kick as well. So it gives you like 2 or 3 additional hits on hit only, not on block, only on hit, so that you can get, like, sometimes at high level play, you might miss that first opportunity to special move cancel the far standing hard kick or the far standing hard punch. But if you add an additional hit, or I would recommend at least 2 more to make it 3, because I feel like 3 is that special number where I feel like every player in the world could definitely get it by the 3rd hit. I feel like even myself, I miss it sometimes, probably not as much as a beginner or intermediate player does, but like crouching light kick, super, that is an option with Rock Howard. But see, like right there. Oh, it did work there. Maybe I'm doing it wrong? Can I not? Can I not combo that? All right, so I'm. I don't. Okay, there it was. Okay, so that's like the classic third strike. That's the classic third strike. Crouching light kick, super. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that's a true combo in this game.
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing different. Like sometimes I feel like it's just. All right, I'm probably gonna get my ass whipped, guys. This will probably be my last one. I'm about to wipe my booger on my t-shirt real quick, and then we ready to fight. I was about to blow my nose on my t-shirt real quick. Hold on.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPG.
Oh my God. Is that?
I'll reduce you to ash. I'll reduce you to ash.
Okay, that was it.
Not today. Why punish?
Can you make the backgrounds a little bit lighter? God damn, like I feel like he kind of blends into the background over there. I feel like that could be maybe I gotta use the light one on punish only. Oh god, I had him. That's ridiculous. I should have. Oh my god, come on! More active frames on that. That was the character that I wanted to use though, more than anyone else was Ronaldo.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, wait. Now, round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Bro, his projectile too fast, man. His double should go through. That every character should be able to do that. My double should go through his single to get him to stop doing that. A simple change like that could easily make that. It doesn't get there fast enough. Come on, bro. This shit. I don't know. I'll be switching to Street Fighter, man. I want to give it the time of day it deserves, but goddamn, man. Well, what do you expect? The shit fucking slow as fuck. Like for. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I don't know, man. I can't get into this shit like that, bro. If you're gonna design fighting games like real whack like this, where it's like spam heavy instead of like more fun about like fighting and normal attacks first, like establishing your foundation for the fight, you know, like. I feel like that standing hard kick is not fast enough. I tried to uppercut, man. I got full counter. I keep thinking Street Fighter, but it's not. Like, you can't even cross up, I don't think, in this game. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I hit him. Should I not get enough frame advantage to beat the pressure in the air? Unless he anti-airs me? Like I thought I hit him there. Unless did he flawless block that? I mean oh come on, give me a better jump than that. Oh come on!
I expected more.
Shit, like it goes nowhere, you know?
I'll reduce you to ash. I'll reduce you to ash.
See what I mean? You barely see him in the corner. Woo! His kick super goes right through projectiles. So I'm sorry, SNK Playmore, There is a way. You just have to find it for your particular character. His kick super goes through projectile, so it has projectile invincibility, and I'm happy about that. I'm not too big on. I did play a little Rock Howard and Mark of the Wolves for Dreamcast. I mean, especially on 360 when I rebought it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does every move have to look like it has the same animation though? Oh, come on, give me a better jump than that. See what I mean though? This is why you make characters have to combo that kind of shit. And make it like mathematically make more sense where it's like more about talent, because this shit is kind of boring playing this. Like from a like if I'm struggling to get to him, imagine how a beginner player feels. He's gonna turn this shit off in about 20 minutes like I do. The hard punch version has to break through that one and keep going and hit him.
Overheat. I expected.
Oh, come on! A kick in his face?
I expected more. At least make it.
What the fuck, man? How are these moves missing in the air? Hard to see him there, though, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
I have no use. Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
They're trying to be fake with me and put an all black character on an all black stage to make me look bad, so that like people don't believe that I'm actually good, because it's the only way they can actually beat me. The developers, they hate that I talk shit. It's the only way you could ever compete with me, that's why. By picking a black character on a black background. I won't play this guy anymore, I'm not gonna waste my time. There you go. Jesus Christ, man. Bro, I don't think he should have been able on reaction to fucking hit me out of my shit. Like, he literally stood there and did nothing, and as soon as I got up to try to jab him, he hit me with a fucking low.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
I'm not a big Rock Howard guy, I'm not gonna lie, but... I don't like to wake up on this game at all. Oh my god, man!
Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
It doesn't even get there in time, man. Look at that! Who's gonna get hit by that? Alright. I'm sorry, but like, if you want to keep your fan base, bro, you got to do a better job than this, though. The logic just not there. Just like Street Fighter, some of the logic's just not there.
You think it's over? You will submit. At least make it good.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. Dog, I would prefer that you didn't even put the countdown on the fucking final 10 seconds of the match. Because that's very fucking distracting, dog. Take that shit out, man. We're trying to concentrate on what the fuck is happening, man. 10, 9, 8, 7. What the fuck? I'm trying to hear what the fuck he's doing and shit, man. There you go. That doesn't even combo. Of course not. Of course not. What's the point of buying the shit then? There you go. That's what I want. Every fucking situation should be that. Oh, Rock Hour's good, though. Rock Hour's good. Kicked him right in his fucking face. Boy, where you going? You think I don't know how to play this shit? Woo! Give me more on that. More on that.
You're all mine. I expected more.
You had to play black character on. You had to play a black character on a black background because you could not fucking compete with me, dog. That's how fucking pathetic you are, dog.
Round 2.
I'm done after this one, guys. I'm switching back to Street Fighter, man. There you go. Of course not. Of course not. There you go. Of course none will come out.
Tackle.
That's same rules applies. Oh, come on.
I expected more.
Bro, come on, man.
How obvious.
Fuck this shit, man. This shit whack, y'all.
What is it you see with your eyes? With mine, I can see only a weak and tainted world.
Yeah, that's because you join a fucking match of mine with a black character on a black background. You're fucking whack. Oh, come on! Woo! Oh, come on! Bro, you cannot do that in the air! You gotta be kidding me! Whatever he did there, he parried me in the air, that has to be taken out! Fuck shit. Woo! You're whack, dog.
Get ready. Fight.
You're lucky they add shit like that now, man. I would have fucking swallowed you up back in the day, dog. What the fuck?
You're all mine.
At least make it fun. At least make it fun.
Wait.
Now.
Final.
It's hard to see what the fuck he's doing, dog. I'm done. I'm not gonna waste my time with you. You're a fucking idiot. Who joins a man's room with a black character?
I expected
Dude, I think they did that so that you can't.
At least make it fun.
Hard to see when the fuck.
No escape. Double Reppuken.
Overheat.
Double Reppuken. It's over. It's me.
Woo!
You think it's over?
Double Reppuken. Double Reppuken.
He's a developer. Let's go. Nah, Rock Hour's good, bro. Rock Hour's like maybe better than I thought.
That was a real nail biter.
I did a double Hadouken on the ground, and when he tried to counter strike me, I ate him up with that super. That sounds some third strike shit. Nah, yo, I'm starting to like it a little bit. Hold up. I'm starting to like it though. Now that I'm understanding kind of what works. I don't like that air parry though. It's hard to see what he's doing. I'm wasting my time with this. I gotta play someone that actually gives a fuck about getting better and evolving as a fighting game player. Not this fucking idiot that just wants to be a loser that spams fucking moves and thinks he's dope in a black on black character.
Whoops. Whoops.
That down back hard punch works in between those moments where he's throwing a fireball. Oh, give me better jumps though.
How obvious.
It's over. This is me.
Woo!
Wait.
I have no.
Oh, I thought I had that.
Round 2.
I think I abused my jump in super too much. So he's like 10, but like with way more useful moves. Woo!
Not today. I expected more.
I love it. I love you. You're the best. Oh my god, it's hard to tell when he's actually getting hit though sometimes. Because he's wearing all black on a black background.
Not today.
Oh, come on! Get better combo possibilities there! What is wrong with you? Bro, I don't know, man. They don't give you the necessary, like, I feel like they don't give you the necessary moves to get past certain shit, like,
My blood
good enough.
boiling. It's been so long since I felt like this.
Round 1. Get ready.
Like, I'm not understanding his moveset, I don't think.
Take this. I expected more.
Bro, I'm done. I'm not gonna waste my time with this guy. It's a waste of time. I'm not losing to a better player. I'm losing to a fucking scrub that wants to, like, just hate on the fact that I'm telling the truth.
Hadouken! No escape!
Not today.
Using tackle!
Forte flamme, forte flamme, forte flamme,
Double Reppuken!
forte flamme,
Double Reppuken!
forte flamme.
Now we're talking.
Forte flamme, forte flamme, forte flamme, forte flamme.
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
I have no use for bait.
All right, just give me my last match. It's hard to see what he's doing, man. He's just a fucking jealous little scrub.
Forte flamme, 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 forte flamme.
Bro, this shit, bro, this is designed by fucking idiots over there in Japan, man. Alright, I'm not gonna waste my time. Guys, he's ruining my stream. I'm sorry for that. Everything I'm saying about fighting is true. Players like this are what's wrong with the community. Joining in a black character on a black fucking background.
It's over. This is me.
Yeah, that's good programming right there.
I expect
There you go. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're whack. I'm not gonna waste my time with you, man. You're a fucking hater, dog. Don't join my shit with an all-black character like that again, man.
you'll never make it out there if that's your
You're
best.
whack. You're
Consider
whack.
this outcome
That's
an
why
act
you.
of
That's why
mercy.
you do it in the first place, because you're fucking whack. I'm not gonna fucking try again, man. He's wasting my time, man. The fact that I was able to beat him one time is good enough, because he's using an all-black character on in a dark black fucking background. Only a fucking scrub player would do that. All right. I'm sorry about that, guys. I can't control what other people do on here. I just don't understand why you would ever program a game like that. Like, if it was my company, I would never allow it. All right, guys, I'm going back to Street Fighter. I'm sorry, like, to say it like that, but that's a what I just experienced is a prime example of why you lose your fans in the first place.